Poker Dome Challenge is brought to you by MansionPoker.com. Welcome to the game. Let's take a look at the chip count, where things stand right at the moment. Again, the two Aussies, as they have right from the get-go, continue to lead the pack. Chris Stocks at 109,000. Gareth Edwards hasn't been involved in a while, but still plus 6,000 from where he started. Robert Brown, 2 hands in a row, almost back to where he was. Niemoller just hasn't had much to play. Helen Moorhead at 26,000, but Jim Crockett's a guy who's really on a bubble right now.
You expect people to sort of be picking and packing and jabbing around, and Crockett has already got himself into a lot of trouble here. He's going to very soon find that the blinds are going to eat him up, and he's going to have to put all those chips in, whether he likes it or not.
Stocks has got the goods again, and he's making people bet if they're going to sit around and watch what he see what he has.
One fold. See two calls, 6,000. We're heads
up. Here's the two Aussies head to head. Ace 10, so what a draw. Not a bad flop for Stocks.
And Edwards has flopped a straight,
right?
But there is a draw out there. He checks, lets a card come off. Stocks bets. Now Edwards is going to have a very interesting decision. Merely call and disguise the strength of his hand and see if he can sweat out that fourth card.
What do you suppose he put Stocks on?
A pair of aces, something like that. And Edwards has raised here. No, I'm sorry, he has not. He's merely called. And he checks again.
Stocks.
Right. 30.
He's going to raise 30,000.
30,000.
30,000 is the bet.
All in
I think now Edwards says he's all in.
All in for 37,000.
Now what?
Well, Stocks has a flush draw.
37,000. Cards up. Your cards, please.
He's a 3-1 underdog. Edwards with the made hand, saying, put something black out there. A little deuce, a little 3.
Last card.
It's a heart! And Gareth Edwards is out.
He is done. Just like that, he's gone from best to out. Well, he said he was going to be aggressive, and instead he is our first eliminated. And Stocks now will have a huge chip count, and he's in a situation where he can now bully the table.
He had me.
Yeah, he had you.
And you heard Edwards say, he had me. Are you ready to be part of the most exhilarating and breathtaking poker series ever to hit the streets of Las Vegas? Well, all you have to do is log on to MansionPoker.com, register and enter the daily online qualifiers, and it could be you. Each week, 6 lucky players from around the world have flown right here to Las Vegas to compete inside the Poker Dome. Log on now to MansionPoker.com, and you can earn a shot at $1 million. Not bad. It doesn't cost anything to get in. You can win $1 million. That's a pretty good deal. Well, what a turn of events. Gareth Edwards, who looked for all the world as though he was going to be the guy who was going to be the pusher, wound up being the pushy.
And now Chris Stocks has, figuratively speaking, all the chips, and he really can make life miserable for these other players now.
Makes it 4. 4 total.
Stocks with an ace-5.
Makes it 4 total. See 6 folds.
Not going to play that 6-4. Crockett in a situation he's going to have to do something pretty quick.
See 3 calls for.
It's a pretty cheap call from Niemoller. Already in his big blind.
Catches
2 pair. Very nice.
See 3 checks.
Stocks has an inside straight draw.
See 5 checks.
Check.
Card. See 3 checks. See 5 checks again.
Check again. Open-ended draw.
Full house for Niemoller.
Not bad.
3 bets the pot. 6. 8,000. 8,000.
Stocks is going to have to let this one go. He merely has an ace high.
See 5 folds.
And he does let it go, and Niemoller will be a winner for the first time tonight. He's a guy who just has not been able to get involved in playing poker for a long time. As you see, 42 years, and with those 42 years, it makes him the most experienced player sitting at our table tonight.
Yeah, I've been playing for 42 years, and I think experience is a factor in poker. The fact that I was playing and drinking in my younger days, I didn't learn a lot until much later. I don't think the 15-second stack rule will make a difference to me because I act pretty fast anyway, and I'm used to playing on the internet where you do have to play pretty fast.
Well, with all due respect to Mr. Niemela, I beg to differ. You know, 42 years of poker experience is worth something, but the way the game is going these days, and especially with speed poker, a lot of those years of experience really aren't going to be very helpful to Mr. Niemela here. This is a different game, and he better adapt quickly.
I think that's absolutely right. Crockett now, this is the time for him with an ace-queen suited. Niemela will get out with a deuce.
He might get a little action here.
Brown checks the big blind, 3 players. And there's a pair for Crockett and a little pair for Brown.
Not only did he pair, he's got the nut flush draw. This is a monster flop for Jim Crockett. He needs to get all his chips in now. That's all he has left, what you see sitting in front of him, right by his right hand. Stack him up. That little disc there is his all-in chip. He has announced with that little toss that he is all in.
Why not? No better time. Short stack coming in here at 14,000.
I don't think anybody's going to go with him, Barry. They don't have any real substantial draws here. Nobody's really connected on the flop. Bad time for Jim Crockett. But, man, when you are the short stack, you dream of a flop like that. Top pair, nut flush draw, great hand for Jim Crockett.
So he will take it down, and he will manage to get himself at least somewhat back in the fray here. So Crockett will live to play another day. We've got something to talk about.